I call the Administration Committee meeting to order. Clerk, please take the roll. Yeah.
Alderman Tom Grotti.
Here.
Ted Grotti.
Here.
Alderman Rapella.
Here.
Alderman Taylor. Alderman Sevenik.
Here.
Alderman Langdon.
Here.
Alderman Kruger.
Here.
Alderman Nichols is absent.
Thank you very much. Is there a motion to, now we're going to the minutes to approve. Is there a motion to approve the Administration Committee minutes of 3/18/2019? Alderman Sevenik?
Thank you, Vice Chair. At this time, I'll make a motion to approve the Administration Committee meetings of 3/18/19.
Second.
Thank you very much, Alderman Garotti, for the second. Ted and Tom. Yeah, is there any questions or discussion on the minutes? Okay. If no questions, all in favor of the motion to approve minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Okay, now we're on to Part D, the discussion action items. Number 1 is to authorize continue police school resource officer program with the Menasha Joint School District. Officer Steicha, or Police Chief Steicha, would you like to speak on these items?
Certainly. So what you have in front of you is an SRO agreement, so that's for our school resource officers that work in the Menasha School District. We've had the program since the early 90s. The agreement itself has not been updated in 20 years. And this is something that the superintendent and I thought was important that we certainly readdress that and make sure that it's reflective of our current practices. The majority of what's actually in the agreement is more of an operational side of thing. It's really more the day-to-day management side of things. The important part is the cost-sharing agreement, and that's something that has been in place with the school district pretty much since its inception, where the school district pays 75% of the officers' annual wages, benefits, and roll-ups for that officer. So in essence, for the 9 months out of the year that they're in the school is picking up the tab for that. Then the 3 months out of the year when the officer is back on the road or that we would utilize them back at the police department, that's when the city picks up the 25% for that portion of it. The one thing that I neglected to do, because this was probably it was version number 7 as we were going up and back, I ended up including language on page 5 that was actually supposed to be removed. So if I'd point you to page 5, paragraph number 7, it makes reference to the section 895-46 that the school district would indemnify the officers. When you're this is a recommended language if you could get into there from some of the model policies that we had looked at. However, in digging at it a little further, because the police department retains employment of the employee is not a member of the Menasha School District. They can't fully indemnify us. So we could have it in here, but it doesn't really hold any water, so to speak, because under this statute, it says that the employer will indemnify the employee in the case of a claim. Should some unfortunate situation take place where there would be a claim against the officer, I can guarantee you that the school district, as well as the city, as well as the police department, as well as the officer, everyone's going to get named in it anyway. And that's, in essence, what would happen. So I'll certainly entertain any questions, but as far as the recommended motion on there, I would just ask that if someone is going to make the motion, if the person who's making the motion would then just take out that section that starts indemnification by MJSD to pay judgments taken against SRO under 895-46 Wisconsin statute. The rest of the motion would be correct and applicable, so I apologize for that. But with that, I can certainly answer any questions about the agreement itself that anyone may have.
Any questions for the chief? Looking around, I see no questions for the chief. Is anybody, I need a motion to pass that. Is anybody? Alderman Sevenick?
Thank you. Coach,
Coach, that'll work.
at this time, we'll make the motion and then we'll offer an amendment. Is that the way you'd prefer to do it, or is there an understanding that we don't necessarily need to have in the agreement item 7?
I think we could do it without number 7. We could do that with,
Yeah, I have that.
Correct. If,
Oh, okay, sounds good. All right, then I'm ready to make the motion then. Authorize to continue the police school resource officer program between the city of Menasha and the Menasha Joint School District for another 3 years and funded by MJSD at a rate, and that would be the Menasha Joint School District, at a rate of 75% of the total annual cost of all wages and benefits.
thank you very much, Alderman Garate, for making that second. After the motion, roll call, please. I did. Well, she's got to take this whole thing. Alderman Sevenick?
Thank you. Just as you, I'd like to note is that the section 7 then was taken out from my motion because I left out the part about the indemnification by the Menasha Joint School District, in case there was any judgment.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
A vote, please. Okay.
Motion carried on roll call 7-0.
All right, motion. Thank you very much. All in favor, say aye. Oh, no, I'm sorry. To adjourn. I'm sorry. Motion and second to adjourn. Thank you, Alvin. Oh, thank you very much. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, we're all adjourned.